Good evening, everybody. It is 10:37 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing a pretty late stream tonight, but we are on 59th Street, Central Park South, and 5th Avenue. Hope you're all having a great Wednesday, already halfway through the week. And tonight we're going to be talking about Steve Cohen. And Steve Cohen is a billionaire hedge fund manager and owner of the New York Mets. And he just recently made a big investment into a cryptocurrency and Bitcoin trading firm, quantitative trading firm called Radical. So we will be talking about that and more tonight on the show. Hey, what's up, Sally? AVX Girl, how are you? Dante Rose, Swifty. What's up, everybody? Lady O, Pablo. What's up, Lady O? Lady O, I was talking to you today. I know I got to start to try to stream earlier, but it's just been so crazy with work, so I'm going to try to do the best I can. Yeah, Lady O, no big deal. We appreciate you being here. Rosie says, hola Tom, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás, Rosie? Muy bien. Out and About is here from Toronto, Canada. How are you out and about? Welcome everybody from Canada. Sunshine After Rain says, hi Tom, good to see you. Good afternoon, Sunshine. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Already halfway through the week, if you can believe it. Kind of crazy. Hey, Sierra Friend is here. Says, Tom, I'm finally getting you notifications. That's awesome. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Destructionist says, happy hump day. Sally says, it's always good to see you, Tom. Appreciate it, everybody. Hey, our good friend Patrick Yin. Good evening, Patrick Yin. Check out this outfit. It's kind of cool. I don't think... Not really my style, but it looks kind of cool. This like high fashion stuff. Hey, Joey's here. Says, what's up, Tom? Hope you're well, Joey. Sally, hope you're well. So I couldn't put up the poll tonight asking everybody where I wanted to stream because I didn't know what I wanted to stream. I didn't even think I was going to stream tonight. I was so busy with work. But we are in Madison Avenue and 58th Street. What's up, Natasha P? Madison Avenue, 58th Street. So this is the east side. And if you look directly downtown, down Madison Avenue, you're going to be able to see One Vanderbilt, the new One Vanderbilt building. Natasha P. What's up, Natasha P? Pablo says, what avenue is this? This is Madison Avenue, everybody. Madison Avenue near the Balenciaga store. Out and About says, that's a no to that outfit. Hey, Andrew Lee's here from Queens. What's up, Andrew Lee? A guy, Soho, yo. Always good to see you, Soho. What's going on? William Travis is here, says hello. Andrew Lee says, enjoy the night. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the night. Dark Nook says, hi, how are you? Sunshine After Rain says, it's relaxing having you stream at night. And the one and only Dan Russell is here. Says, hope all is well, everyone. Dan Russell, you're a legend, my friend. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. I didn't know if I was going to make it on tonight, so I'm glad I finally got some time to make it on. No skateboard tonight. We are under, I think, a weather advisory here in New York. It's supposed to rain pretty heavily in the next couple minutes. Hey, I see Cindy says hello from San Diego, California. Welcome, everybody from San Diego. I see Martine says, hola, Tom. What's up, Martine? Dan Russell says, you're too kind. You're too kind, Dan. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so it's supposed to rain on and off for the next 3 hours, so I brought the umbrella just in case. So Destructionist brings up a good point. He's like, is there supposed to be an observation deck at the top of this building right here, One Vanderbilt? And the answer is yes. And I believe it's opening October 1st. October 1st. But don't quote me on that, but I believe it's opening that around then. Hey, Jackie Jackson is here. Says, hi, Tom. Thanks for doing this tonight. No problem, Jackie Jackson. Sam says, do you worry about your safety being out late? New York has someone out, but a lot of people are crazy. Well, I don't think we have to worry it because I'm one of those crazy people. Ruben says hello. Hello, Ruben. No, but Sam, I don't really worry about it. I mean, I think a lot of the stuff that you see about New York being so dangerous, that's mainly on the media. I mean, New York does have its bad spots, but I think in Midtown we're fine. We're just in a very good neighborhood in New York City. What's up, Alejandro? How are you? Ruben. Hey, Super Friends in the City's here. What's up, Super Friends? Marco P, what's going on? So today, on today's stream, we're going to be talking about a big hedge fund manager. His name is Stephen Cohen. And I think a lot of people on the stream would know about him because he's the owner of the New York Mets baseball team here in New York, in Queens. And Steve Cohen founded a hedge fund called Point72 Asset Management. And it was just announced today in the Wall Street Journal that he's taking some of his own money, so a portion of his own net worth, and he's taking it and investing it into a cryptocurrency trading firm called Radical. So it's been very interesting over the years to watch a lot of legendary Wall Street traders sort of shift a lot of their assets over to the cryptocurrency space. So we'll talk about that on the stream. We'll talk about what this means and what we can make sense of it all. Hey, Jake says, they said flooding and thunderstorms, so be safe. Yeah, so Jake, we are on some sort of a weather advisory right now for New York City. It's supposed to start raining soon, so hopefully we can avoid the rain. Ida caused more damage in Tri-State than the Gulf. Isn't that crazy? That is really crazy. It's been, my heart goes out to everybody that was affected. Dan Russell says, very interesting. Yeah, so Dan, we'll also talk about another Wall Street titan. He goes by the name of Michael Novogratz. Not a lot of people talk about him. We really don't talk about, I don't think I've ever mentioned his name on this channel before. But Michael Novogratz is a very prominent voice on Wall Street. He used to work for Goldman Sachs. He was a managing director at Goldman Sachs, in which case he broke off to work in the hedge fund business, founding Fortress Investment Group, and became a billionaire. And now he's actually now breaking off, and he opened Galaxy Digital Investments, which is an onboarding firm for institutional clients trying to get exposure to different crypto and digital assets. So this is an art auction place, very beautiful. We're gonna be walking down Madison Avenue today. Fine Japanese and Korean art, including the Crawford collection. Very interesting. Hey, I see Jake. What's up, Jake? Says, you know, New York has lots of history that some people not know about, which is crazy to me. Yeah, New York's a big place. New York's a big place with a lot of people. I see Cosmo Scary in the chat. What's up, Cosmo? Hey, Penelope's here. What's up, Penelope? Yeah, so Hurricane Ida, you know, it's very strange to think about. Hurricane Ida caused a lot of damage and flooding in New York, in New Jersey, in parts of Pennsylvania. When this was like the tail end of the storm, this wasn't like the full blast of the storm, which is really concerning to me. Very concerning. You know, if you talk about a lot of the things we saw in the media with a lot of flooding in Brooklyn and New Jersey, so really crazy. So we're gonna go over here and check out 432 Park Avenue. Every time we stream over here, I love to go see it, take a look at it. Hey, Diego. What's up, Diego? Diego's joining us from Brazil. Welcome, Diego, from Brazil. Alice says, hi, Tom, good evening. What's up, Alice? Fernando, how are you? Always good to see you, Fernando. Hope you're having a good day. Hey, Cosmo Scary. What's up, Cosmo? Hey, Brandy says hello, everyone. What's up, Brandy? Hey, Disney cast members, says hola, mi amigo. Disney cast member, always good to have you on the channel. Always good to talk to you in the chat. Disney cast member is a fellow Long Islander, so that's awesome. So we're passing 432 Park Avenue, which is a very well-known address here. I guess you could call it Billionaires Row. Out and About says, are you close to the Roosevelt tram to watch it go by? You know what, maybe we'll take a little bit of a walk over there. Out and About. We don't really have a stream planned for tonight, so we'll take a walk over there. But this is 432 Park Avenue. I'll show everybody. It may rain, so just be advised. Hope everybody brought their umbrellas. Hey, I see Lupe here. Australia says, hi Tom, if you're on Madison Avenue, can you please say hello to Don Draper? Sure. Sure, we will. Orlin Edwards says, hello Tom and everybody. Sassy Lassie says, hi from Michigan. Would like your take on reverse mortgage for seniors. Want to take advantage of our home equity. Sassy Lassie, here's what I would say about that. And I can't really give advice on this, but I would be very, very careful with doing a reverse mortgage. In my opinion, I think the purpose of having equity in the house, I sort of like the idea of having a fully paid off house. If you're trying to generate income, if that's what you need, if maybe you're having a liquidity problem, because a lot of people, when they want to do, rip the equity out of their house, a lot of the times that's because they have a liquidity problem, which means they don't have a lot of cash. So what you could do, if you have a duplex or a triplex or even a split level home, maybe you could try converting it into apartments, and you could rent out one side of the house to generate some income in your retirement. That's one way. Or if you do want to rip out the equity of your house, I would probably use that money to buy an income producing asset in your retirement. But just be very careful, and I would definitely sit down with your CPA or financial advisor and talk about that, because there's a lot of shady practices going on in that business. So this is 432 Park Avenue, and it looks like an amazing art gallery here. Beautiful pieces of art. Ernesto's here, says, what's up from South Los Angeles? What's up, Ernesto? Jake says, Madison is near Park Avenue. I pass here, apartment on Park Avenue. I love it. It's awesome. Hey, Sunshine New York is here. What's up, Sunshine? Always good seeing you here. Troy 1995 says, you're back. What's up, Troy? Tony Olson says, hello from Carson City, Nevada. Awesome. Carson City, Nevada. Yeah, maybe we'll go to Carson City, Nevada. Who knows? Hey, Mark Davis says, good evening there, Tom. Hope all is well with you this evening. Hello from Toronto. What's up, Mark Davis? Always good to see you. So, Mark, we're right here at 432 Park Avenue. Troy 1995 says, what's the vibe today? Well, I'll tell you. We're going to be talking about a hedge fund manager. And I'll show you guys the 432 Park Avenue one more time. It's beautiful here. By the name of Stephen Cohen. And Stephen Cohen owns Point72 Asset Management. And he just recently made a very interesting investment into a quantitative-based cryptocurrency trading firm called Radical. So I wanted to talk about the investment and try to make sense of what it means, because there's a lot of Wall Street titans that are making the jump into the cryptocurrency space. Now, regardless of what we think about that or not, I think it's important to pay attention to it, because there's a lot of prominent people. Earlier on the stream, we mentioned somebody by the name of Michael Novogratz. Michael Novogratz was a very big, renowned managing director at Goldman Sachs. But he's mainly known for running his hedge fund operation, Fortress Investments, which minted him a billionaire. And now he owns Galaxy Digital Assets, where he actually headhunts up-and-coming investment bankers to work at Galaxy Digital Assets, in which case the company helps institutional investors gain exposure to the cryptocurrency space. Hey, check this out right in front of us, guys. The MetLife building and the Hemsley building is all lit up in red tonight. So we have no skateboard tonight because I thought it was going to be raining. We are under some sort of a weather advisory, so just be advised. You know what, let's check out what this says, guys, because this is some good market research here. So house cleaning special. Special offer for a 1 or 2 bedroom, $95. Very interesting. $95 for a house cleaning special. I think that's a pretty good deal. And it's very good to market it right here on Park Avenue because this is where all the hedge funders live. Hey, Troy, 1995. Yeah, no skateboard right now. Alan says, hi, Tom. Thank you for showing me the nightlife in New York City. Great viewing. Well, thank you for that. Appreciate you being here. Emily Rosales says, hello from Texas. Welcome from Texas. Mark Davis says, Tom, how was your day? Are you getting ready for the move? Yes, I have been preparing for the move, Mark. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Troy 1995 says, crypto is the best for quantitative trading because there is literally no intrinsic value behind it. It's like playing a game. Interesting take. Interesting take. Felipe says, hey, what's up? What's good, everyone? Good evening, Tom. I'm not sure if Jeff Bezos lives there. Oh, here you go, sir. Nice. Yeah, no problem. I'm not sure if Jeff Bezos lives there. Mr. Porter says, when will the crypto ETF be available for purchase? I'm not sure if it was approved yet. The SEC has to approve it, and Gary Gensler still has to do some more digging. So Gary Gensler, for those of you who don't know who he is, please Google him. He still says that the cryptocurrency industry is very fraught with fraud. So there probably is going to be more regulations to come in the cryptocurrency space, which I think is overall good. I think, you know, you can't just have a totally radicalized, you know, market. There needs to be some sort of oversight. Lupe is in the house. What's up, Lupe? Yeah, so Steve Cohen is mainly known for Point72 Asset Management. It's actually right here on 57th Street in Madison. And Steve Cohen owns the New York Mets. But just made, it's an undisclosed investment size into a quantitative firm called Radical. And Radical is actually going to market from some individuals that worked at GTS on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. So it'll be very interesting to see how everything comes about. But, you know, we've seen, you know, I know Michael Novogratz is doing a lot of recruiting from those different investment banks for Galaxy Digital. And a lot of these careers pay very well. Yeah, so Gary Gensler previously led Biden-Harris transition Federal Reserve Banking and Securities and Exchange Commission. Yep, that is true. Hey, Moon says, hey, Sunshine. What's up, No Self? Welcome, everybody. Moto says, ooh, perfect sidewalks for a night run. Indeed it is, it really is. Yash says, hey. Mr. Porter, what's up, Mr. Porter? Disney cast member says, Weather Channel says it's raining in Manhattan right now, but it looks clear. Fun fact, Stephen Cohen owns one of the most expensive properties in East Hampton, New York, Southampton, and Connecticut. He is known for buying the most expensive properties and art, yes indeed. And he also owns the Mets. So I think really the main point that I wanted to try to drive home here is that cryptocurrencies are very controversial. A lot of people think it's a scam, it's a Ponzi scheme, it has no intrinsic value. And that's fine. You know, you could think that. It's very rational, actually, to probably think something like that. However, looking at it holistically from an investment point of view specifically, if you think about yourself as an investor or a trader in general, I think it's best to try to remove all emotional attachment out of your decision making and just sort of pay attention, right? Just pay attention, because if we think about people like Steve Cohen, who is arguably one of the greatest traders of all time, if we think about Michael Novogratz, which is an unbelievably successful hedge fund manager and former managing director at Goldman Sachs, if we think about a person like Stanley Druckenmiller, who we've talked about ad nauseum on this channel, you know, I say to myself, do I think I'm smarter than Stanley Druckenmiller? Do I think I'm smarter than Steve Cohen that owns the New York Mets? Well, probably not. It's probably very highly unlikely. So I think it's important to watch and pay attention just to what's going on. You may not agree with it. You may think it's a big scheme, but just pay attention, because one of the things that I like to do, especially what I've been doing recently, is just going on LinkedIn. Just go on LinkedIn and do your research on a lot of these startup companies in the cryptocurrency space. For example, if anybody utilizes LinkedIn, go to Galaxy Digital LinkedIn page and click on their employee counts. And their employee size has doubled in the last 3 years. And if you look at the people who work there, these are all ex-investment bankers. These are all ex-engineers from FANG companies. And for anybody who doesn't know that acronym, it's sort of like the major mega cap tech stocks, or tech companies, I should say. So if all of these very smart people that are leaving their software engineering jobs at Google that are probably making $600,000 plus, if they're willing to take the risk and jump to Michael Novogratz's company to start up a crypto quantitative hedge fund, to start up a crypto-based sort of Bloomberg where they sell data for the cryptocurrency space, it's probably worth paying attention to. You know, it's not like these are people they picked up off the side of the road that are betting their entire careers on this. You know, these are very well-educated, well-seasoned people that are really taking a leap of faith with their careers to invest in the space. So that's just the point I wanted to drive across. Very interesting. It came across the tape on the Bloomberg terminal today that Stephen Cohen has invested an undisclosed amount of money in this quantitative-based trading firm. And this is not to say, oh, go out and rush and buy a bunch of cryptocurrencies. No, it's just to say, just pay attention. Just pay attention, keep your ear to the ground, just pay attention. That's all. Keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. So everybody, I'll catch up on the comments now. We are at the Seagram building on 53rd Street and Park Avenue, which is my favorite building in all of New York City. It's beautiful. Troy 1995 says, so there are always smart people out there. The hard thing is how to recruit them and get them working together to make great products and services. Very good point. Death to PC says, see, yes. Out and About says, Cohen, who Forbes estimate is worth about $16 billion, is the founder of Point72 Asset Manager and has joined. Yep, that is true. Out and About, you're right, that's who we're talking about. AKA ZU says, Tom, hello from Brazil. Welcome to all of our Brazilian viewers. We're here at my favorite building in New York City, the Seagram building. Beautiful building. So I'm gonna sit right here. I used to sit here all the time, and I'll show you guys the view looking uptown. Very, very beautiful, amazing view. One of the most fantastic views in the city. Mr. Nespinoza says, Bitcoin is legal tender in El Salvador. What do you think? Yeah, so that's a great question, Mr. Nespinoza. And we talked about this, I think, on the last stream. I think the biggest issue with the El Salvadorian economy that we have to understand as Americans, or as anybody part of really like the first world economy, is that the majority of their GDP is made up of remittance payments, right? So if you think about what a remittance is, it's sending money back home. So if you have El Salvadorian immigrants to the United States or Canada or anywhere really in a developed part of the world, the majority of the GDP, or the gross domestic product of places like El Salvador, is made up of remittance payments. So if you're trying to send US dollars back to El Salvador through some sort of payment transfer service, they're probably going to be taking egregious fees like 20%. So by adopting some sort of cryptocurrency, in this case Bitcoin, I think is overall, I think it's a little bit crazy, but I do understand why they may be doing it. I do understand why they may be doing it. So that's my take on it. I do see value in the cryptocurrency space, mainly for remittances and things like DeFi or decentralized finance. But that's a great question. Sunshine After Rain says, looks great. Hey, Trippin' Music says, hello, bro. Nice to see you. Good to see you too, Trippin' Music. Penelope says, thanks for your info, Tom. This is like a foreign language to me, and you really helped me understand. Yeah, no problem, Penelope. Moon FRX says, as soon as Tesla starts taking off, Dogecoin should take off, says Moon FXR. What's up, Lyrics? Hey, Sean DDD99 says, Cohen made his fortune with insider trading, just like a ball player using steroids. Yeah, well, Sean, that's true and that's untrue. So he actually was not convicted of insider trading. It was found that he himself actually was of no wrongdoing. However, I do agree with you. He probably was doing insider trading at his former hedge fund before he started Point72 Asset Management. And I was following that case. Well, I mean, now, you know, in my college years, I was researching it, but he was barred from investing for 2 years. But that is true. That is very true. So right here with the blue top is One Vanderbilt. Amarito says, hello from Uruguay. Hey, Charlie says, I love your insights on finance. What's up, Charlie? Eric says, good to see you tonight, Tom. Hunter Butler says, I'm coming to New York City in a couple of weeks to look at neighborhoods, looking to move in 2022. Dude, you're gonna love it you're gonna love it in New York City, I mean. So check out the Upper West Side, Hunter. I think you're gonna love the Upper West Side of Manhattan. And that really includes anything from 66th Street up to 98th Street on the west side. So Stephen Cohen, before starting Point72 Asset Management, he actually used to work at an old firm called SAC Capital, so SAC Capital Advisors. And they pleaded guilty to criminal insider trading charges in 2013. And the SEC actually later banned Stephen Cohen from managing outside money for 2 years. However, Cohen was never criminally charged, and he didn't admit any wrongdoing. But, you know, we could sort of put 2 and 2 together there. That's all lawyer talk. But you are right, my friend. But Hunter, you're going to love it, man. I'm so happy to hear that. Dan Russell says, New York City is so beautiful. Going to try and make a trip next summer. Do it. Charlie says, if I had to start a company, I want you as an advisor. I appreciate that, Charlie. I'll help in any way I can. Dan Russell says, I think NFTs and crypto gaming is the next big trend. So Dan, that's very interesting you bring that up, because Steve Cohen actually invested into a venture that involves NFTs. Now, I think a lot of the NFT space is extremely, how should I say, BS. But I do see value there, but not like it's happening right now. British Gray says, good Wednesday evening, Tom. I'll be back in Brooklyn, there we go, in November. Take care and love always from Tampa, Florida. Wow. Awesome, man. I'm looking forward to your return. Hey, T and Me TV says, gosh, what a beautiful shot. T and Me TV. Always happy to see you guys. Ed Potke is from upstate New York. I think Corning, New York, if I remember correctly. What's up, Ed? Says, it seems a lot of ultra rich are shady, says Ed. Carlos, what's up, Carlos? Natasha P says, Billions characters acts is based on Steve Cohen, but don't quote me. I don't remember. Yeah, so Billions is like a financial show. Hey, Fleetwood says, your camera is very clear, just beautiful. Hey, Fleetwood, thank you. DN says, Brooklyn Heights is the best neighborhood in New York City. I would agree. Actually, I don't know. I like the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Grant Link says, hello, Tom and everybody. Hey, Drew in Autumn. Hey, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much. Says, no matter where you travel, be sure to love. Appreciate that super chat, Drew in Autumn. You guys are awesome. So let me see if I missed any of the comments. Hey, Leah says, hi, y'all. Hi, Tom. Good seeing you. What's up, Leah? Who is the wealthiest hedge fund manager? Jim Simmons, out and about, says, yeah, so Jim Simmons is responsible for Renaissance Capital. Renaissance Capital is also a quantitative-based trading firm here on Wall Street, which they specialize in very complex algorithmic trading. So Jim Simmons was actually a professor, a mathematician, and then he since went on to open up his own hedge fund, Renaissance. Hey, Sean Brown says, I love this channel. Sean Brown, thank you so much for joining. Hey, Fang says, hey, Tom, how you doing? I'm doing really good. Hope you're doing good. Ed Podcast says, yes, Corning, you have a great memory. Ed, I always, if anybody tells me where they're from, I make sure I burn it into my freaking mind. I always remember where everybody's from. I really like how this is lit up all red. I don't know why it's lit up red, but it looks beautiful. Hey, Joe Hernandez. What's up, Joe? What's going on, Joe? So Joe Hernandez, I'm not sure if you just joined. I'm not sure if you just joined, but we were talking about Steve Cohen, which is a hedge fund manager and the owner of the New York Mets. He manages Point72 Asset Management. He just made a sizable investment, however, an undisclosed investment into a cryptocurrency quantitative trading firm. So we were talking about that. We were talking about some sort of the ramifications. And I gave a little bit of advice to everybody. If you're looking to do your own market research on this type of stuff, it's very easy to do with, surprisingly, LinkedIn. So if you're interested in these type of companies and you want to see the talent pool it's attracting, for example, Michael Novogratz is, Michael Novogratz is a former managing director at Goldman Sachs, very well respected on Wall Street. Then he went to found Fortress Investments, made billions, and now he is in charge of Galaxy Digital Investments, which specializes in onboarding services for institutions to get exposure to cryptocurrencies. So Galaxy Digital is actually headhunting a lot of junior bankers out of Goldman Sachs, UBS, BNP Paribas, and the like, as well as a lot of software engineers at Google and other FANG companies. So it's very good to keep your ear to the ground with this stuff, because there's a lot of earth shakers that are moving into this space. So you gotta make sure you're on top of it. Hey, Dave is here. What's up, Dave? To Steve Cohen and my Mets, a sore subject. I know, dude. I know. Hey, British Gray says, Tom, what location are we at? So British Gray, this is my favorite building in all New York City. This is the Seagram building. It's just such a beautiful building. I love this building. Seagram building. Oh, Joe, you heard. Awesome. Why are we talking about finances, Erwin Santos? Because that's what we do on this channel. We skateboard around New York City and we talk finance. That is what we do here. Incredible clarity on your camera. Thank you so much, Moon. Hey, Alden Stallworth is here. Says, what it do, everyone? Alden, good to see you again, man. Always a pleasure having you. Eric TX says, how do you know all of this? 1600 SAT. Eric, oh, thank you. I think a 1600 is a perfect score. I don't think I got anything near that, man. I think I'm a terrible test taker. I think I absolutely bombed my SAT. Hey, natural born winner says, what phone do you have? It's amazing. I have an iPhone 11. However, the trick to getting good camera quality is adjusting your frame rate. You heard it here first. Hey, Jay Trader says, Seagram Daughters. Alden says, I love your talks on finance. Appreciate it. Hey, Michelle Cunningham says, new here from Phoenix, Arizona. After watching and listening, you have encouraged me to get my credit score on track. Thank you, Michelle. That's awesome. You definitely should get your credit score on track. However, I will offer you one piece of advice, Michelle. Never, ever, ever go to a credit repair agency. Those people are lower than low. Do not go to a credit repair agency. Do not. I can't really advise you on anything financial, but do not go to a credit repair agency. Just focus on getting your debts paid off. And if you have anything in collections, you gotta call the people that have the stuff in collections. Do not pay the collections. You call them and you negotiate with them. You call them and you negotiate them, because if it's in collections for, let's say, about 3 to 4 months, it already hit your credit score anyway. The damage is done. So now it's your job to negotiate and hammer these people so you don't pay the full price. And 9 times out of 10, they'll settle for like pennies on the dollar. So definitely do that. Don't be afraid to negotiate, because these people that work at the collection agencies are lower than low, and you need to hammer these people. Hey, Alden, that's awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat, Alden. So we are near Black Rock. Right now, we are near Black Rock, which I think Black Rock has started the recruiting. Oh, Blackstone, I mean. So Blackstone is here, Black Rock is on the other side of the street. Charlie says, do you think robots and automation will take jobs? Yes, indeed I do. I think it will take a lot of jobs. Yeah, Mark Davis says, I always love the fountain there, it changes colors. So this is 432 Park Avenue. I always love looking at it. But Alden, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Alden, for the super chat. DN says, credit agencies are worse than the mafia. Yes, they are. Don't let them bully you. Disney cast member says, the minute I got my credit score at a stellar 8, I got hit with identity theft. Oh, damn, that's terrible. Sorry about that, Disney. Joe Hernandez says, credit repair companies are big cheats and they take a large percentage. Listen to Joe Hernandez, everybody. You heard it here first. Riley Smith says, hey, what's up, Riley Smith? Hope you're well. Does anyone here have a finviz.com account? I don't. JJ says, hello, new subscriber. What's up, JJ? Leah says, Seaspiracy. Yeah, Joe Hernandez, I don't know what happened to the Swan. I'm just trying to catch up on all the comments, guys. So sorry, but we are right here on East 51st Street and Park Avenue. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. I feel bad when I miss somebody. Yeah, so in terms of robotics, so we talked about this. I think we dedicated an entire stream to this. So now that I think the audience is a little bit bigger, we may have to redo that stream, everybody. So when we're talking about artificial There's narrow AI, and then there's general AI. So if you can segment these into two segments. So narrow AI, artificial intelligence, and general artificial intelligence. So Dr. Kai-Fu Lee, he used to be the president of Google China. And now he owns a venture capital firm that specializes in investing in artificial intelligence startups in China called Sinovation Ventures. The person's name is Dr. Kai-Fu Lee. Unbelievable smart guy, very, very smart. And he says that, there's two things that you have to understand. There's narrow AI and general AI. Narrow AI is an artificial intelligence that can be run to solve a specific problem or a specific use case. And that's done by generating a large data set, so massive amounts of data set, and training that algorithm to do one specific thing. So that could be used for identification purposes, really anything. So if you think about taking a large data set of, let's say, photographs of cats, and you train that algorithm to say, you show them 100,000 images of cats, that algorithm will learn, and that AI will learn to be able to identify photographs of cats far better than humans ever could. So that's narrow AI, and that can be applied to anything. That can be applied to the medical field, where you show artificial intelligence algorithms photographs of cancerous tumors, in which case the AI will then train itself to identify cancerous tumors well far before any doctor could. And that's called narrow AI. And I think that's very possible to have all of that, narrow AI. However, general AI is what you hear about in the media. Artificial intelligence eating everything, taking everybody's job, acting just like a human. And I think that's kind of unlikely and actually kind of crazy to think that. Because the theory of general AI is that artificial intelligence can actually mimic human interaction. And that'll never be possible because we are so far away from having artificial intelligence and machine learning be able to have a personality and things like that, be funny and sort of be charismatic. So artificial intelligence right now is well far behind anything like that. Garrett Austin, his name is Dr. Kai-Fu Lee. I think if you do ! Kai-Fu in the chat, it'll drop a link to Dr. Kai-Fu Lee's book or an interview with Dr. Kai-Fu Lee. Ed Pocky, this says AI was or is in place in Russia to retaliate if they were to attack. I don't know about that. But yeah, check him out. So Dr. Kai-Fu Lee, right now he owns Sinovation Ventures, which only invests in Chinese artificial intelligence startups. And he is an expert in artificial intelligence, and he used to run Google China. So he used to run the entire Google operations in China. So we're walking down Park Avenue. Yeah, so the Nightbot just dropped the link. It says, watch now, amazing interview with Kai-Fu Lee. So this is the Hemsley building. We'll take a look at it. Troy 1995 says China is leading in AI. Well, I think they're leading in AI because they have so much data. They have so much data. And if you think about China, especially in terms of their payments, the majority of Chinese payments are all digital, right? With Alipay and WeChat and things like that. So there's massive amounts of data. So I think what's going to happen in the artificial intelligence and machine learning world, you're going to have a huge disparity between developed nations and undeveloped nations. So I think the two powerhouses in AI will be the United States and Troy 1995, that's correct. They can collect data unlike the United States. Agreed. Hey, New York is here. What's up, New York? Hope you're well. Sparkai is here. Hey, greetings all the way from Mexico. Welcome everybody from Mexico. Zap Allen says, we use AI at the office to help with contact writing, and we cut our spending budget by 50%. That's awesome. That's awesome, Zap Allen. Troy says his company is going to pay off big time. Philman78 says, what do you think about the humanoid robot of Elon Musk is developing? I think it's very interesting. So Soho guy, a guy Soho Yo in the comments is all over that. So Soho, if you want to provide more clarity, definitely chime in. But I think that's going to be big. Oh, speaking of Soho, there he is. What's up, Soho? Tesla bot in 3 years will be an AI maniac. Hey, Elizabeth is here. Says, good evening, Tom. What's up, Elizabeth? I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss any comments. Dark OP says, I have AMC Entertainment 284 shares. Do you think the short squeeze will come soon? I would dump that. I would not. I don't invest in any of those meme stocks. I stay far, far away from that, in my opinion. Jay says, the building in red is to raise awareness for AIDS. Awesome. Hey, Levon says, I work 3 blocks away from that area. Awesome, dude. This is a great area. Evening, Tom from New Zealand. What's going on? Welcome. So everybody was just joining. We were just talking about, if you want to rewatch the stream, we were talking about Steve Cohen and Point 72 Asset Management. And we're overlooking 432 Park Avenue. But definitely check out that interview with Dr. Kai-Fu Lee. Phenomenal. Alan says, Tom, I am not a smart person, just getting educated. Thanks, Tom. I'm not smart either. We're just having a good conversation. I appreciate you for watching. Thank you so much. Hello from Korea. Hey, Korea. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요, my friend. 이름이 뭐예요? 저는 미국 사람이에요. Kay says, you're doing a great job. Thank you. Yeah, he's got a new book out as well. That is true. Lena Sandoval says, Tom, you are so smart. Good for you. Your parents must be proud. Thank you. All right, everybody, we'll continue to walk. I'm just trying to catch up on the comments. It's almost impossible. Troy 1995 says, Ray Dalio is bullish on China. I was watching Ray Dalio's interview today on CNBC. Very smart guy, Ray Dalio. I was watching his interview on CNBC, and he was actually talking about a lot of the things that we talk about on the stream, about how, you know, cash is no good due to the Federal Reserve keeping interest rates artificially low, right? So it forces people like Ray Dalio that own Bridgewater Investments to search for yield, right? So it's called, you have to search for yield because you're not getting yield in fixed income. There's no way you're getting yield in fixed income right now. Eric TX says, what will be the result of all the money printed? Did you talk about this before? Yeah, so we did talk about this before. So I think it's going to continue the inflation of asset prices. You know, if you think about housing prices and the prices of equities, because the money just doesn't go to money heaven. Money has to go somewhere, right? Money just doesn't go to money heaven. It has to go somewhere. So I think it's going to make its way into specific asset classes, and it's a very good possibility some of that money makes its way into the cryptocurrency markets. However, I think you're seeing very large mega cap tech companies make a huge pull away. So if you think about Google, Alphabet, you know, on an EPS basis, you know, just the EPS growth of these companies are insane. Just touching on Google right now, they're pretty much firing on all cylinders. However, their cloud computing unit is not yet profitable. However, some analysts that I was reading some of their research on Bloomberg today from Morgan Stanley, they expect the Google Cloud unit to be profitable in the next 2 quarters. If that happens, and we start to see, you know, Google Cloud's revenue really hit their bottom line, it's lights out. I mean, that's something you want to hold on to. Hey, the Munchbox. What's up, the Munchbox? Yeah, if anybody has questions about the Tesla bot, please email our pal Soho guy. Love the New York City tour, is awesome, says Kurt. Thank you, Kurt. So we're here at the Yale Club in New York. But yeah, take a look at that. But the cloud computing unit of Google is not yet profitable, but in a couple quarters it should be. So this is the Yale Club, and Jeff Bezos frequents this location. Do you think Tesla is grossly overpriced and due for a crash in the future, says Emma? I don't think so, not as of right now. But I will say this, the only thing that concerns me, and we talked about this I think 2 days ago, in terms of the equities market, is you're seeing an extreme thinning. And what do I mean by extreme thinning? What I mean by that is the equities indices are near or at all-time record highs. If you're thinking about the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, they're a couple points off of all-time record highs. However, if you look under the hood, and what I mean by looking under the hood is if you look at the majority of the stocks that make up the S&P 500, I think there's about 50% of those equities that are under their 50-day moving average. So what does that mean? Well, that means you're seeing a divergence. You're seeing a divergence happen where indices are hitting all-time record highs, but individual names actually doesn't look too good. And I think one of the reasons that this is because the S&P 500 is a market cap weighted index. And what that means is you have all these big companies like Apple, Google, Microsoft that are still at all-time record highs, and they make up the majority of the index. Hey Charlie, what's up? Says, can an economist be wrong with his predictions or forecasts? Yeah, so Charlie, economists are the only people that can be wrong and still keep their jobs. So economists are always wrong. It's a big joke on the street, is that economists are the only people that can be wrong and still keep their jobs. Yeah, so what I was saying is you have the majority of the weighting of the indices are weighted towards mega cap tech, but all of the other stocks are falling by the wayside. So you're seeing a thinning or a culling of the market, and the market is running very, very thin. And we've seen this happen 2 times. As Paul Tudor Jones put it, you saw this happen right before the 1987 market crash, and you saw it during the 2000 bubble, tech wreck. Now, I'm not saying that the market's gonna crash by any means. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's something to be concerned about and just keep on the radar. That's all I'm saying. So what you can look at is some of the smaller cap names. And see if they can find any sort of support. But right now, a lot of the smaller cap names are in free fall and actually breaking below key major moving averages that signal an uptrend. Hey, Tony Olson says economists are no different than professional gamblers. That's awesome. Hey, Philippines Walk says nice walk, Wall Street Skate Bro. Charlie, what's up, Charlie? Disney cast member says only if economist is named Nostradamus. That's hilarious. Hey, TME TV says you are an amazing young man. I think you are using both sides of your brain at all times. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's really nice. Giovanna says, what is the name of the building next to you? So we are at Grand Central Station. These flowers are looking beautiful tonight. Do you guys want me to go? So I'll ask the audience, do you guys want me to take a walk through Grand Central Station, or should we just continue on our way to Bryant Park? I will go in and show everybody around the inside if you want. I did bring my mask. Snuggled and Comfy says, hi Tom, do you practice Chinese writings? I don't, I'm practicing Korean, not Chinese. Just Korean, I'm learning Korean and Spanish. Hey, William Creech, what's up, William? Thank you everybody for joining tonight. Our Yale students pay all the tuition for the Yale Club. I'm not sure. Snuggled and Comfy says, hi Tom, you stated in a previous video that you were learning Mandarin. Do you practice Mandarin writings? No, I'm learning Korean as well as Spanish. But I said that I think everybody should try to at least learn Mandarin and English. So this is Grand Central Station and overlooking the Chrysler Building. Yeah, meteorologists can also be wrong and still keep their jobs. So you guys want me to go into Grand Central Station? All right, we'll take a little walk around. Go inside, go inside. I vote for Grand Central. Kurt, what's up, Kurt? Are you right or left-handed? Right-handed. Bryant Park. All right, we'll do both. We're gonna go inside. Let me put my mask on so I don't get hammered or canceled. I do have my vaccine. My God, Manhattan looks so beautiful. It does, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it is too far for Soho. London versus New York City, thoughts? I think New York City is better, in my opinion. I've never been to London, so I'm probably pretty biased. Yeah, you have a larger job market the more languages you know. Do you know why God created weather forecasters so economists wouldn't be so embarrassed? Oh my God, I'm gonna send that to my buddy who works at Goldman. They're always wrong. Just for example, the CPI numbers came out yesterday. Wrong. All right, so everybody, this is the Campbell Bar, or the Campbell Apartments. If everybody wants to do themselves a favor, if you come to New York City, go to the Campbell Bar. It's so beautiful in here. It's so beautiful in here, it's unreal. But thank you everybody for joining tonight. We're gonna go in Grand Central Station. Death to PC says apples to oranges, London to New York City. London is a much nicer place to visit and live. I don't know about that. The weather is terrible. So let's go inside Grand Central Station, guys. Let me know if it starts to buffer. Here we are at the beautiful Grand Central Station. Penelope, I will visit London for sure. The architecture is absolutely rock solid here. Oops, sorry everybody. Oh, Abe, you live in London, nice. I want to visit London. Where's the skateboard? I didn't bring it because it was supposed to rain today. Have you taken the train to Connecticut? Yes, I have. It's called the Metro North. Bring your board and skate Grand Central, funny. Yeah, isn't it gorgeous inside, everybody? So I'll show you something really cool. If you notice how the ceiling is all beautiful, but there's one teeny part of the ceiling right here. It's this little black mark. It's actually tar from cigarettes from way back in the day. So when you were allowed to smoke inside, all of the tar went up to the ceiling here. And they left one little piece just to show everybody what the tar looks like inside. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, purple, way purple. Great time to look around. Yeah, so we're gonna take a little walk around. Hey, hello, Tom. One never gets bored in New York City. Appreciate it. Hope everybody is enjoying. Disney cast member says, Tom, remember the photo I sent you from the light streaming in? Oh, that was beautiful, Disney. That was really beautiful. You sent that to me on Instagram. That was beautiful. Thank you for sending that to me. I wish we could share photographs in the chat. Troy 1995 says only New York experts know this. So guys, let's take a walk around. I'm not sure why it's such a freaking ghost town today. I mean, it's Wednesday. This place should be freaking jamming, but it's not. I don't know why, but it's absolutely beautiful here. Kensington Cisco says the more you know moment. Miguel says do the talking corner if you can. We'll do that, Miguel. Absolutely. For you, Miguel, we'll do it. So we'll take a look at the ceiling. I'll show you guys the ceiling. I wish the Mighty Bull was here to see the Mighty Bull. Empty is good, less chance of getting COVID. That is true. Hey, Mark Davis is our pal from Toronto, Canada. He says, Tom, does Jeff Bezos have a primary residence in New York City? He does, but I'm not sure where that is. So this is the Hudson River line. Hudson line departures, Harlem line departures. You can go to White Plains, Southeast, North White Plains, Poughkeepsie. Hey, AI is here. Says hello. Hey, AI, we were just talking about AI today. DB Razor says, you think the climate change will impact Miami property and rising sea levels? I think it'll impact all properties. It's already impacting properties here. We got New York and New Jersey got absolutely rocked, and about 40 people died from the heavy rainstorm, which is a terrible tragedy. It's either I stay home for the rest of my life and hide under my bed, or I live my life. There's nothing I could do. Jim Rogers once says government has a reason to lie about the rate of inflation. Do you agree? For sure, absolutely.
Attention MTA e-Tix customers. Tickets must be activated prior to boarding the train. Thank you for riding MTA Metro North Railroad.
It's beautiful in here, everybody. Hey, Dennis Miller is watching from Canby, Oregon. Awesome, dude. Thank you so much for watching. I was in Grand Central in 1963. Well, you got to come back. You got to come back. Dennis, what are you doing, dude? You got to come back to New York. We want you here. No Self says, Tom, do you know if Charles Schwab is good for banking? I do have a Charles Schwab banking account, but I mainly use Charles Schwab as my broker dealer and Interactive Brokers. So yes, Charles Schwab is very reputable and very good. Yeah, the voice on the intercom sounds like AI. Check out the pane glass windows. Beautiful here. Hey Cosmo, how was your day today, man? Yeah, I'm in a New York State of Mind is my favorite Billy Joel song. That and Italian restaurant. Swing Boxes says, hi, how you doing? Yes, R.I.P. Norm MacDonald, the very, very funny comedian. I believe he was Canadian as well. Yes, and Charles Schwab is also good for international banking, says Leida. I do believe the Metro North is here 24/7. Lupe says it's so quiet. I love this American flag here. It looks beautiful. I'll show you guys the main clock one more time, and then we'll take a walk downstairs. But for everybody who's just joining, the topic for tonight's stream was Steve Cohen, who owns Point72 Asset Management. And we were talking about his new recent venture into a quantitative-based cryptocurrency trading firm. So we talked about that. So if you want to watch the replay, please check it out. We had a great conversation about that. We were also talking about Michael Novogratz, the former managing director of Goldman Sachs and the former founder and hedge fund manager at Fortress Investments, who is now breaking off and starting Galaxy Digital Investments and headhunting a lot of investment bankers here in New York City for institutional sales and tradings roles at Galaxy Digital. So one of my favorite things in Grand Central Station are these beautiful chandeliers. Check this out, everybody. I mean, if that's just not beautiful, hopefully it's coming out good on the stream, like the quality. But check that out. Lightning Player says, Tom, do you think about coming to LA someday? I hope to come to LA. I really do hope to come to LA. Yeah, sunshine after rain. Isn't this gorgeous? Isn't it beautiful? M. Moss says, Jeff Bezos' penthouse is 212 Fifth Avenue. Wow, I did not know that. Hey, thank you for showing us New York City. How far is Times Square? It's a couple blocks. So Grand Central is 42nd Street as well. So guys, I'm not sure if we can go to the Whisper Wall because it looks like the bottom area is closed off in Grand Central. Hey, Trevor Taylor says $4.5 million for the chandelier under the Granville Street Bridge in Vancouver, British Columbia. Wow. We'll have to check that out one day on the stream. Hey, May is watching from the Philippines. Welcome everybody from the Philippines. Roy says, hi Tom, everybody. Hope I am not too late joining today. No, not at all, Roy. DJ says, hola Tom, what's up? Ibrahim Azam says, I am here. Good image quality as always. Thank you, Ibrahim. Trevor says it looks terrible in the comparison to those ones. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm very interested in looking at that. Can we go inside the Apple Store? We can't because it is closed right now in Grand Central Station. Right now it is closed. Oprah Winfrey says, what a beautiful building. Greetings from New Zealand. Welcome to all of our viewers from New Zealand. Yeah, Mace says, wow, grandioso. Do you own an Apple item you really like? So we're streaming on an iPhone 11 right now. I guess I really like that. The dining concourse, I believe, is closed. Let's see if we can go down through the escalator, but usually the service is no good. How are we holding the phone? We're holding the phone with the gimbal. No connection to Penn Station. So the Mighty Bull is here. Sunshine After Rain says, let's give Tom our support by clicking the like button. Thank you. Appreciate that, Sunshine New York. Yeah, DJ, isn't it beautiful here? It's amazing here. I think this is a must-see when you come to New York. So we're gonna head to Bryant Park and we're gonna take a look at the Bank of America Tower and the Salesforce Tower. Trevor Taylor says, oops, the $4.8 million chandelier under the Granville Street Bridge is seen on Thursday, November 27, 2019. Interesting. Hey, Darren Robinson says, hey Tom, how are you? Hello, made from Sydney, Australia. It is amazing, looks quiet in the station. It's very quiet in the station. Abe Bless says, hi all, let's click the like button. Appreciate it, everybody. Yeah, Cosmo, I think it sucks that they knocked down the original Penn Station because, well, the newer, older Penn Station is terrible, but the new Penn Station is actually really beautiful. The RT 440 says, what time do you wake up for work in the morning? Usually around 7:30 or 8. It just depends on how many conference calls I have for the day. And it also depends if the clients wake me up. Sometimes clients call me and wake me up. Face-to-Face Music says, could have used that money for a house to the homeless living under the bridge. That is true. So this is Zaro's Bakery, which actually has good black and white cookies. Jay says, you, Action Kid, and Cash Jordan would be a great round table talk about finances, real estate, and New York City living. That would be awesome. Let's make that happen. Kensington Cisco says, dude, you don't sound like a yuppie trader. Appreciate that. Yeah, we don't do any of the meme stuff. It's all fundamental based. You know, building just very boring finance stuff, building your discounted cash flow models, projecting out EPS growth into the future, things like that. Not, you know, it's not very technical analysis based, looking at a bunch of squiggles. It's all nonsense, in my opinion. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed Grand Central Station. Hope everybody enjoyed that. Whew, we're out in the real world now. I disagree, Tom. Your topics are not boring. I appreciate that. So this is 42nd Street, East 42nd Street in Vanderbilt Avenue. And here you're gonna see the Chrysler Building. So right here we are at Pershing Square Plaza. And if you think about Pershing Square Plaza, you can think about Bill Ackman. He has a hedge fund called Pershing Square. And we've talked about it many times on the channel that Bill Ackman is, right now, he's most famously known for making a little over $1 billion on buying swaps on the S&P 500 during the coronavirus pandemic. And this is a strategy that's called tail risk strategy in the hedge fund business. So there's actually a lot of hedge funds that just specialize in tail risk structures. So I think we'll go over that and talk about that in another stream, because I could go on ad nauseum with that. But if you guys want to do your own research, look up tail risk. And usually it involves very, very high leverage derivatives products in the derivatives market. We'll talk about that later. Hey, Annalisa says, hello, I really don't come on the chat. I love your late night streams. Last night by the water front was so beautiful. Hey, thank you, Anna. Appreciate that. And you always hit the like button. Thank you. So this is the brand new building. One Vanderbilt. Check it out. Beautiful. Yes, Action Kid is great. I love Action Kid's channel. I think I actually have a link to Action Kid's channel. So if anybody wants to see it, if you do !action, it will drop the link to his YouTube channel. Hey, the Mighty Bull says, I'm all ears. Oh, the Mighty Bull, you just missed it, man. We were in Grand Central Station and I showed everybody the Mighty Bull. Hopefully you saw it. We were just looking at the Mighty Bull. The Mighty Bull. Hey, Catherine Lee says, hi, Tom. Have you done that High Line walk? Would love to see that. We definitely will see that. We'll do it one day. I enjoy the station. Thank you for showing us, says Deb Null. No problem. So the Mighty Bull, if you rewind the stream, you'll see we were in the Grand Central Station and I showed everybody the Mighty Bull. Yeah, the Mighty Bull in Grand Central. So it's not the Mighty Bull that's on Broadway, but it's the Mighty Bull that is on the ceiling of Grand Central Station. Larry says, it's so nice of you to promote AK's channel. He is, like you, a great guy. Yeah, actually, he's a great guy. He's great. Yeah, oh, the Mighty Bull says you just got on. Sorry about that, man. Yeah, I wanted to point that out. I pointed that out. So I put the camera on there for a couple seconds. So I know you take a lot of screenshots. So if anybody's interested in seeing screenshots or photographs from the live stream, please check out our pal, the Mighty Bull. He has a YouTube channel where he takes highlights from all of the New York live streams and puts them up on his page. Really cool stuff. So please check out our friend, the Mighty Bull. Michael F says, good evening. Thoughts on Wall Street's bets taking a run at uranium stocks? Yeah, so I heard about that. I really can't provide too much clarity on that because I try to stay away from all the Wall Street bet stuff, honestly. Like the GameStop, the AMC, it's just not in my investing style. It's not what I do. So for me, I actually try to just totally put a mental block on it all. Because I think those strategies of chasing short squeezes or stocks with a relatively high short interest, I think that's it's not a strategy that you can create duplicity with, right? It's not a strategy that is sound for the long term for managing a sizable AUM, in my view, in my opinion. But everybody's different, to each its own. So this is Library Way, beautiful here. The Steven Schwartzman building. Right here is the Bank of America Tower. Right here is the H&M building, and here is Salesforce Tower. And the CEO and founder of Salesforce is Mark Benioff, one of the greatest software pioneers of all time. Hey, Tony says, I moved from Queens to Jacksonville. New York is not the same, says Tony. Yeah, well, Tony, I mean, I think everybody has a different perspective, and, there's some negative things about New York, don't get me wrong. But, overall, I'm optimistic, but I hope you enjoy Jacksonville, Florida. Melanie Sam says, is this the New York Public Library? Yes. It is. So this is the Steven Schwartzman building. We've talked about this a lot on the channel. Steven Schwartzman made the majority of his money in LBOs, or what you call leveraged buyouts. So Steven Schwartzman is a very well-known person on Wall Street, made all his money in leveraged buyouts, made billions. And if you want to check out his book, it's out now, Steven Schwartzman. T says predictions on Ethereum. I'm bullish cryptocurrencies overall right now, as of right now. Do you usually walk around just Manhattan, or do you visit other boroughs as well? For right now, we only do Manhattan. I really want to get to Greenpoint, Brooklyn, because I used to live in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. Hey, George says, hi, Tom. Good evening. Tonight is the celebration of our Independence Day in Mexico. Not proud of all the political environment for the last 100 years, but proud of the history, legacy, cities, and foods. Very well said, George. That's awesome. So shout out to all of our Mexican viewers. We love Mexico on the Wall Street Skatebro channel. There's a lot of good Mexican restaurants in New York. T says the city looks peaceful and calm. Just trying to make sure I get all of the comments here. Dev Knowles says, from a fundamental perspective, it seems most of the Wall Street's bets targets are being shorted for good reason. Yeah, I mean, there's always a market for opportunity, right? There's always a market for opportunity. So I think if you see a company that's being heavily shorted, you know, I think it's an opportunity to make a quick buck and punish the people who are ridiculously, outlandishly short this thing. I think I dedicated an entire stream to the Wall Street Bets GameStop AMC debacle, breaking it down. I think this was about a month ago. So definitely check that out if you want more clarity on that. We covered it ad nauseum. We were talking about how Robinhood comes into play, how Citadel comes into play, and we briefly touched on it yesterday when we were talking about the process of payment for order flow on Wall Street and how these quantitative funds like Citadel and Two Sigma make a lot of their money by market making activities on Wall Street, by the operations of payment for order flow, which is very common. But I think a lot of retail investors are just novices and they just started investing this year, and so they're like, what, payment for order flow, that's a scam and all this stuff, but they really just don't understand what they're talking about, in all honesty, which is fine. Which is fine. That's normal. Appreciated photos from around New York. So we're near Bryant Park, the beautiful Bryant Park. Yeah, it is very quiet at night, but during the day, it was packed in the city. Hey, Josie is here. What's up, Josie? It is midnight in New York City on a weekday, so it is expected to be quiet. Very true. I got arrested in Washington Square Park in 2017 for smoking a joint. That's like very hard to believe. I mean, Washington Square Park, pretty much anything goes. That's crazy. Anything pretty much goes in Washington Square Park. So you're looking at the Bank of America Tower and Salesforce Tower. Gabriela Flores says, hello, greetings from Peru. Welcome everybody from Peru. Thank you everybody for joining tonight. Hope you're enjoying the show. If you do, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And to your right, you're gonna see the Bryant Park Grill. Beautiful Bryant Park Grill right here. If you listen closely, you can almost hear the crickets. And I'll show you an amazing, amazing view of the new One Vanderbilt building. And the observation deck of One Vanderbilt should be opening very soon, potentially in October. Gabriella is watching this while I do some after dark kitchen cleaning. So relaxing. Gabriela Flores, thank you for being here, and I'm very glad you're enjoying. Yeah, you can hear the crickets. It's kind of cool. So it's closed now, but I'll show you guys the Bryant Park Grill, very famous place. Dev Knoll says NYC is such an interesting place. I'm in Dallas, but I last visited in 1998 when my uncle was ordained as a priest. Wow, that's awesome. That's really, really cool. I will not be getting the iPhone 13, unfortunately. Hey, Kumar says regards from India. What's up, Kumar? OR says good morning from Sydney, Australia. Welcome everybody from Sydney. Hey, the ABX girl is here. The ABX girl is our pal from the Bronx. What's up, ABX girl? Yeah, the Muddy Bull, no skateboard tonight because it was actually raining. I thought it was raining for a little bit, so no skateboard. Brandy says Joshua Keaton has a great article on the GameStop squeeze and other shorts. He and his husband managed $105 million in their investment firm. That's awesome. So this is the Bryant Park Hotel right here. Hey, hello from Tokyo. Welcome to all of our viewers from Tokyo. Arjan, hello Arjan. Esther Bazan, how are you? What's up everybody from Australia? Stick with a solid Android, much smarter choice than iPhone, very interesting. Annalisa says this looks really clean on my 65-inch TV, awesome. Tom, did you have time to fix the board? I haven't yet. I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I promise. But it was raining tonight. It's supposed to rain on and off all day tonight, so. Anna Wilson says, love Bryant Park. Yeah, check it out, guys. This is Bryant Park. Hey, good morning from Norway. Thank you for being here from Norway. T says, do you have any meetings tomorrow morning? Yes, I have many meetings tomorrow. I'm actually very excited. Hopefully we'll be closing a big deal and a customer will be, hey, speaking of Mark Benioff, this is his book, Trailblazer. Shameless plug, Mark Benioff. There you go. This is a great book. This is a fantastic book. So I recommended this book a lot on the stream. So check him out, Mark Benioff, CEO and founder of Salesforce, Trailblazer, in the SaaS space, software as a service space, and the company specializes in CRM software, or customer relationship management, and the stock, the ticker symbol is CRM. So shameless plug, Mark Benioff. Welcome to the stream, Mark Benioff. Pretty cool. How hilarious is that? So funny. I think Mark Benioff may be watching the stream, and he probably ran down from the tower to give his book a shameless plug on the channel. What do you guys think? I did not put the book there. I think that Mark Benioff's probably watching the stream, and I think he just ran down real quick to shamelessly plug his book on the Wall Street Skate Bro channel, which I'm all about. No orange juice today, but I will buy a gallon of orange juice after we conclude the stream. I know, what a coincidence. That's so funny. We talk about that book all the time. Trailblazer was a phenomenal book. So anybody who works at Salesforce, the employees, they call themselves the Ohana. The Ohana. So it's a very tight-knit group of people at Salesforce. Fantastic company. So if anybody's looking for a job, I would endorse working at Salesforce. Hey, Karina Thompson's here. So this is the Bank of China right here. Josie, what's going on? William Creech, what's up, man? Hey, Isabella. What's up, Isabella? Says, hi, Tom from Montreal. What's your view on Montreal election or the mayoral election in New York? Do you think Bill de Blasio will be defeated? I hope he does, because I can't stand him. Hey, Wall Street Skate Pro is greater than CNBC. Dude, that means a lot, man. If you really think that, that means a lot. That's awesome. Yeah, maybe a plant, Penelope, maybe. Did you not grab? No, I didn't grab it. Maybe it's there for a reason. I don't know why. Friendship Light says, how do you compare pre-pandemic to now the streets are much quieter? No, the streets are much busier in New York City right now, for sure. Benioff will watch anything about himself. Go back there might be a message in the book. All right, we'll see if there's a message in the book, but we're not going to take the book. If there's a message in it, we'll read it. If not, we'll leave it there. But hopefully, honestly guys, one of my goals for this channel is hopefully it grows big enough, and I want to do some podcast interviews with some big CEOs and some big notable players in the software space and on Wall Street. So hopefully Benioff will be on the channel soon. Hopefully, we'll see. That's a long shot, probably won't happen, but a guy can dream, I guess. No Self says it's a trap. It may be a trap. I think it's already gone. I think somebody took it. De Blasio can't run, his term is over. Yeah, so De Blasio's term is over. So that's good. They're saying this new guy, I forget his name, Eric Adams. He was a former police officer. Cosmo Scary says, wow, big dreams, Tom. I love it. All right, we'll see if there's a note in the book. This is one of my favorite books. Nope, no note. Nope, so no note in the book, so we'll leave it back there because I already have a copy. So if anybody's seeing this and you're in New York City, grab the book, it's still here. Wall Street Scapegoat approved. Possibly signed now. So it was funny, I used to carry around a book of a specific hedge fund manager at all times because I thought I would run into him one day in the city, but I never ran into him, fortunately. No $100 notes in the book. No notes. Maybe Mark Benioff knows his book will be in your stream today. Yeah, that's true, Roy, maybe. Hey, Mark Davis says, I heard that to Tom about Washington Square Park. Indeed. Yeah, it may get rained on and ruined. I mean, they said it was going to rain today, and it rained for like 30 seconds. No Self says take it. I'm not going to take it because I have a copy at home. Hopefully somebody picks it up on the street. It's, I'm telling you, it's a very good book. Must recommend it. So I guess I'll leave it up to you guys because I didn't put up anything on the stream. So usually before we stream, I put up a survey and I have people vote to see where we're gonna go on the channel. So I guess I'll leave it up to you guys. Should we go to the Empire State Building right now, or should we walk back up to Central Park? Roy says, I'm confident you will meet and interview Mark Benioff. Hopefully, that's the goal. If I could interview one tech sales or one tech guy, tech CEO, it's Benioff. That's the goal. If I ever run into Mark Benioff, we'll stream it. We'll upload it to the channel. I have a lot of questions to ask him. Central Park. Okay, 2 for Central Park. All right, so you guys could vote. Should we walk up to Central Park or should we go to the Empire State Building? I'll let you guys decide. Looks like an overwhelming amount of Central Park. I would love to see Central Park, says Ryan Royal. Okay, that's back up near my house anyway, so I think it's good. The Mighty Bull is watching, listening, and enjoying. Thank you, Mighty Bull. So this is a very good coffee shop, La Colombe. I used to go here almost every day with one of my friends who works at a company called Third Bridge, close here. And this was back before COVID. All right, so we could do both. So we'll see the Empire State Building right here. But let's venture into Central Park. But you guys can see Empire State Building right here. Yeah, the Empire State Building may be a lot of homeless people, unfortunately. Hopefully the new mayor will do something about it. Yeah, but for anybody who's just joining, and even for those of you who continued on the stream, I would definitely just do some research into Galaxy Digital Advisors. The owner is Michael Novogratz. Definitely check him out, listen to some of his podcasts, look at his LinkedIn, study his company on LinkedIn, and just look at some of the people that they're recruiting. It's all ooh, roaches, look at that, nasty. Ooh, man, nasty. You guys know on the stream, I don't care about rats, nothing, but when it comes to roaches, I'm out of here, I can't do it. All right, so this is Bryant Park. What do the colors mean on the Empire State Building? I'm not sure. Somebody said it was about AIDS, to raise awareness for AIDS. Benioff says, Ohana, if you want to exit Texas, you can. Yes, so they're paying for, so Mark Benioff is paying for anybody that wants to exit. I mean, one of the reasons why I really like Mark Benioff is because he really creates like an amazing, awesome culture. And you can work at a company where there's a lot of sociopaths and it's very miserable working environment. So I think he makes it a point to really make everybody feel good about where they work at Salesforce. Hey, Grant Links is, Mexico. So here we are at Salesforce Tower right here. Hey, Jacobs is cool part of town. You're not too far from Ruby's over on 9th. That would be a good destination. Hey, Dalton says, I think Mexican Independence Day. That's awesome. Keep an eye to your right. Express bus passes you. I'll let you know. Yeah, AIDS color awareness is red. Somebody said that it was for AIDS. I don't know why. So this is Salesforce. I like all their little characters. I think it's funny. Hey, hi from Slovakia. Awesome. Wall Street Escape Pro, Xbox X Signature Skin Core. I don't know what that is. What is that? Do I like sports? Yes, I love soccer. I played soccer in college. I apologize if I'm missing some comments, but it's difficult. Cracking up a little at the cartoons on the Salesforce building. Tom, you ever met Mark Benioff? No, but I want to. Yeah, Salesforce keeps pretty good people and pays them well. I interviewed for an enterprise account executive position at Salesforce, and the compensation was extremely good, extremely good. I did not get the position, but I think it worked out for a reason because I went to another company and I also made very good money there. But Salesforce, yeah, if you any sort of account executive position, especially enterprise account executive, you will definitely have a six-figure salary, especially if you have an enterprise account executive position. So we'll take one more look at the Empire State Building. Does Mark Benioff think the media is... Oops, sorry about that, guys. This person calls me every night. Sorry about that. Hopefully we're still live. Yeah, soccer is proper football. Yeah, your favorite thing about Salesforce is the little characters. That's awesome. All right, so this is the Bank of America Tower here. Those are not cartoons, that is branding. Yeah, so I'm very familiar with Salesforce. So I use Salesforce a lot. especially for work. Now I actually use a different CRM called Zoho. So for people who are not familiar with Salesforce, they mainly specialize in CRM software, which is customer relationship management. However, they did make some very big notable acquisitions recently, one of which being Slack, which was a publicly traded company under the ticker symbol WORK, W-O-R-K, and that is a direct competitor with Microsoft Teams. So I think Mark Benioff made a great acquisition there by buying Slack. Also, Salesforce owns Marketo. Yeah, we were breaking up a little bit. Do you have your team in the MLS? I like the New York Red Bulls. I think the New York Red Bulls are pretty cool. Huh?
What?
Live stream.
What?
Isabella says, do you have any investment in Elon Musk companies? I own Tesla through one of the mutual funds that I'm invested in at BlackRock. When you go to Dreamforce in San Francisco, the entire convention is set up with those characters everywhere. I know, I really wish I could go to Dreamforce one day. I think that'd be awesome. Red, white, and green on the Empire State Building is the Mexican Independence Day. Awesome. Happy to have everybody here from Mexico. So now we're passing by my old office, and I think you guys have heard this story a million times, but I used to work right here in the Marsh and McLennan building. And we have a big hedge fund in our building called D.E. Shaw, which was founded by David E. Shaw. And this is actually where Jeff Bezos worked. Jeff Bezos, before founding Amazon, had a very lucrative job at a quantitative hedge fund here called D.E. Shaw. And one of the funny things is, in some of Jeff Bezos' interviews, he said one day after work, he came out of D.E. Shaw and he was actually walking around Central Park with David Shaw, which is the founder of D.E. Shaw, this quantitative hedge fund here, right above my old office. And Jeff Bezos tells David Shaw, he's like, look, you know, I like working for the hedge fund, I'm making really good money, but I have this idea to start Amazon and sell books. And David Shaw tells Jeff Bezos, he's like, you know, Jeff, I think that's a pretty good idea, my friend. However, it's a good idea for a person that doesn't already have a really good job. Because you have to understand something. Back in the day, you know, as it probably is just a regular stock analyst at D.E. Shaw, Jeff Bezos was probably making $500,000 to $1 million, depending on his bonus. So David Shaw, billionaire investor, he actually told Jeff Bezos not to start Amazon. He said, you know what, I really wouldn't start that company. You already have a really great job, and you're probably gonna have a very successful career on Wall Street. Then he quit his job to start Amazon, which is really crazy, really, really crazy. So, kind of cool story. And that is the story of how Jeff Bezos left D.E. Shaw to start Amazon. And he told his boss, David Shaw, in Central Park, right here, are you wearing a blue ribbon from the 9/11 memorial ceremony? I am not. I did not get one. Do I like Jeff Bezos? Yes, I do. Joe Hernandez says, wow, 500 people watching. Yeah, we've grown the channel a lot, Joe Hernandez, and I appreciate you always being here as well. So thank you everybody for joining. I really do appreciate it. One of the other things we talk about a lot on the channel is Investors Business Daily. We talk a lot about the newspaper Investors Business Daily, which was actually founded by William J. O'Neill. William J. O'Neill, and he actually just recently sold his company to News Corp, which News Corp is right here at 1211 Avenue of the Americas. So News Corp owns Fox News, the Wall Street Journal, and the New York Post. And now Rupert Murdoch just bought Investors Business Daily for $250 million, I believe. Alone in Tokyo, says Cozy Stream. Thank you for being here. I always really like this news thing that flips around here. I'll try to show you guys. Looks kind of cool. Jay says, funny Bezos story. He sued his girlfriend's brother for spying and selling photos of them to a tabloid. That's crazy. That's really funny. Hey, yeah, there is a big steakhouse here. Del Frisco's is the best steakhouse in the city, coming up on your left. I agree. I took many clients of mine to that steakhouse back in the day and hope to take many more in the future. Hey, good morning from Slovakia. West Coast Sunset says the reason for Benioff's offer to help move any Salesforce employees was because of the Texas unconstitutional law. Yes, I think it has to do with something with abortion and something like that. Ibrahim Azam says, I don't like Fox News, to be honest. I don't really like them either. But mainly the media that I consume is financial media. So I read the Wall Street Journal, Investors Business Daily. Hey, our pal Sierra Francis, I remember finding your channel when you had around 300 subscribers. So cool to see your channel grow. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You guys are all very kind. Hopefully you all are enjoying the stream and learning something. I appreciate the conversations we have. Thank you so much. We're coming up on Radio City Music Hall. Natty Slim says it's quiet. It is quiet today in the city. JP Morgan Bank is on your left. Charlie Richardson says, I look at Bloomberg. So Bloomberg's main headquarters is here in New York on the Upper East Side. So Bloomberg sells a lot of financial data. They're very famous for their Bloomberg terminals, which is very expensive. I believe it's about $2,500 a month to have a Bloomberg terminal. But if you work at one of the major investment banks, you'll definitely get it as a main tool in your arsenal working for one of the banks. Zach balances, I wish we could all just watch the news and get the facts and not opinions. I really worry about this country so much. Very interesting. Hunter says it's cool to see New York City in the late night. How come Bloomberg never went public? I think they just didn't want the hassle. You know, there's a lot of hassle and a lot of regulatory scrutiny when you're a publicly traded company. So maybe Bloomberg just didn't want the hassle. Just buy what Vanguard and BlackRock are buying. That's actually a very funny point. So something that's very crazy, this cart usually has people lined up down the block, but being that there's nobody there now, I've never seen that in my life. There's usually people stretched down the block for miles. So I'm really, really surprised that there's nobody in the line. Crazy. But I do agree. So Vanguard is a massive, massive asset manager. And Vanguard was actually founded by a guy named Jack Bogle. His real name is John Bogle, but his nickname is Jack Bogle. And he is the pioneer for index funds. Low-cost investing in index funds that tracks the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. So John C. Bogle is a great guy. Bloomberg should have faced the issues. Very true. Yeah, magnificent fountain. That fountain's awesome. Amon says I went to Vanguard High School. Cool. Josh D says it's even more ridiculous that news anchors are getting paid millions to give us personal opinions. Sorry about the screen getting jumpy. Every time the stream jumps, it's because somebody's giving me a call, so I apologize. Hey, Miguel Gonzalez says good night. Too bad Vanguard doesn't open up more offices. I don't really think they need retail storefronts. Everything can really be done online. No, I can't. When are we moving to Florida? So hopefully the closing date is October 1st. So right here is UBS, big investment bank right here. MTR says I used to work for DTCC at 55 Water Street, where they kept original paper stock certificates. Wow. Stored in vaults in the basement. Then Hurricane Sandy flooded the vaults and wet the certificates. That's a tragedy, MTR. Oh my God. Dude, that is such a freaking tragedy. I can't even believe it. So I actually used to work right next to you, man. You probably saw me down there. I used to work at 77 Water Street. 77 Water Street as well. And then this is Nürburgring Berman right here. So we were near like S&P Global, all that. I loved working down in Lower Manhattan. The only thing I didn't like about working downtown was during the winter, the wind down there near South Street Seaport and on Wall Street was insane. Insane. I hope I never have to do that again. What are your thoughts on Cathie Wood? I like Cathie Wood. But again, just like anything else throughout history, you know, it's called having a hot hand. So, you know, if you're invested in all tech stocks, you know, during the coronavirus pandemic, where everybody was forced to shift to virtualization, you know, all the money is going to flow to those industries that are producing extremely high earnings multiples. So EPS growth as well as revenue growth. So Cathie Wood, for those of you who don't know, owns ARK Invest. I really like Cathie Wood. I actually knew about Cathie Wood before this whole craziness with the Wall Street bets, because she was a frequent guest on the IBD podcast, Investors Business Daily podcast. So if you guys want to watch some original Cathie Wood interviews with one of my pals, Arusha Pires from Investors Business Daily, just go on their YouTube page and you could watch them. Cathie Wood has a very, very interesting story. She's a very hard worker and a very smart lady, and I respect her a lot. Are we close to the Roosevelt tram? This is out and about. Not really. Maybe we'll try to go there tomorrow. Hey, Lily's here. Says, what's up again? West Coast Sunset says, how does your girlfriend in Korea feel about you moving to Florida? I don't think she feels any sort of way about it. I want to set up three solid locations for my life. I think number one is going to be New York. Number two is going to be in southern Florida. And then I want to pick somewhere either in the Midwest or on the West Coast. So I'm looking at either Arizona, I'm looking at Denver, Colorado. But I really like Denver. So I want to create like a triangle and own properties in New York, southern Florida, and Denver, Colorado. Warwick Hotel. Hey, Mark A says good morning from the UK with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Mark A. I appreciate that. Thank you for joining. Thank you for that. Hey, Lily. not to be super tyrannical, but please don't post anything in the chat about the you-know-what, about the C-19 or the vaccine. We're gonna get demonetized, guys, demonetized from the YouTube alphabet overlords. Cool cart rattling in the stereo. Hey, Crypto Josh says Bitcoin. What's up, Crypto Josh? So Crypto Josh, that was the topic for today's stream. We were talking about Stephen Cohen, which is a famous hedge fund manager of Point72 Asset Management. He also owns the New York Mets, and he just made a personal investment into a cryptocurrency algorithmic trading firm. So we were talking about Steve Cohen. We were talking about Michael Novogratz. So welcome to the channel, my friend. Visit some firefighters, please. I have a couple buddies in the FDNY. A couple buddies in the FDNY. Fred says get into nodes. Yeah. So this is what Stephen Cohen had to say. He said, while the cryptocurrency market is now a $2 trillion asset class, we are still in the early stages of institutional adoption. Mr. Cohen said in a press release for the Radical launch, as more professional investors enter the space, there's a need for institutional acumen and a firm like Radical. And I agree. I think right now the cryptocurrency markets are in its infancy, and I think a lot of people that are investing in cryptocurrency are really novice and young investors, which is fine, and I don't think that's a bad thing. So I think as institutions come into the space, I think as Gary Gensler and his cronies over at the SEC continue to regulate the market, I think things will be a lot better. Somebody says rain, question mark. Yes, it was raining at the beginning of the stream, Helen, Callie. So I brought my umbrella, but then it stopped. I brought my umbrella right here. It was supposed to rain, but the rain stopped. Any opinions on energy like ConocoPhillips? Medium term, they're good on dividends. Yeah, so Jacob, we were actually talking about that yesterday. So one of the things you have to watch out when investing into those big oil stocks and things like that is ESG investing, or environmental and social governance. And that's why I don't invest in anything that has to do with petroleum or oil or anything like that, because in order for a stock to make a move long term, it needs institutional sponsorship. It needs institutional sponsorship. And if you're thinking about investing, even though, let's say it has a good dividend, that's not a good investment thesis. And we were talking about this yesterday. A lot of times people would say, oh, I just want to pick a stock with the highest dividend ratio and invest my money into it. And that's actually probably the exact opposite of what you should do. A lot of the times, and often what you'll find is these stocks or these companies that have an insane dividend ratio, they tend to have very, very low capital appreciation and extremely small earnings growth. For example, you look at AT&T, it has an extremely high dividend yield, but the stock has just been going down and down and down year after year after year. So a lot of companies in the oil and gas sector have huge dividends, but you're probably going to lose money because the stock price is going to go down. And a lot of these companies are actually in jeopardy of bankruptcy, a lot of the companies that have large dividends. MTR says the stock exchange was car bombed in the 1940s or something. Helen Callie says I bought Dogecoin at 4 cents. Yeah, I'm not really into any like the meme stuff. I don't buy any of the GameStop or the Dogecoin. So Josh, we're gonna have to block you, my friend. We're gonna have to block you. Please, nobody text Josh. Don't text anybody about any sort of investments. Please do not solicitate any investments on the channel. So, Crypto Josh, we're gonna have to block you. Sorry about that. Yeah, so anybody who sees these comments, a lot of scammers will put comments on YouTube channels to say, you know, email me or text my WhatsApp and I'll make you money with this. Just ignore them, block them, because they are scammers. So definitely please ignore. Hey JL, thank you my friend. Says keep doing your thing, Tom, I appreciate it. Oh no, Josh D, not you, man. No, I'm talking about the Crypto Josh. So anybody, just as a public service announcement, do not give anybody your money. Do not take financial advice from other people. And if somebody's telling you to text a phone number on WhatsApp, it's definitely a scam. So please don't do that. And please block them if you see anybody trying to solicitate any sort of investments, please. Penelope says, yes, I sold off my dad's stock in AT&T after he died. He worked for Southern Bell for years. Watched it for some time. Fred says, so many. Daniel Perez says, we need to use cash. Stop taking loans from the bank. Interesting take. So now we're in Central Park, everybody. Hey, Dev Knowles says, I admire your calm attitude even when dealing with people you have to block. Yeah, we try to be respectful to everybody. But when you try to scam people, that's when I get quite pissed off. I get quite upset, honestly. But I try to keep my cool. It's not ethical to do that, to do those type of things. I don't know why anybody would try to do that. It's actually kind of disheartening. All right, guys, so we're in Central Park after dark. Hope you're enjoying. Everybody, just listen to the sound of the crickets. It's beautiful. MTR says, never walk in Central Park at night. I walk in Central Park every night, pretty much. I live right here. It's beautiful. I love it. I go for a run in Central Park in the early mornings or late at night. I love it here. Zap Allen says, Tom was really calm last night when some guy kept screaming in the street. I would have ran or had a panic attack. Russ NYC says, be careful. What's up, Russ? Death to PC says, Central Park, if you live there, you could be home by now. You're pretty close to home. Hey, Dr. Steve Buffalo says, great stream last night, Tom. It's not for me. I just want to worry about you guys, you know. So I did want to mention that too. There's a lot of people. So after I publish the live streams on the channel, I get absolutely flooded with comments on the channel about text this WhatsApp number for this investment, and I try to block as many as I can. But I think it's, as the channel grows, I think it's going to start to get overwhelming. So please don't email anybody soliciting securities or Bitcoin. It's all a scam. Please do not do that. Jacob says, I agree, energy is good short-term, medium-term, but eco problems are tough long-term. Yeah, I just don't think you're gonna see the, it's all about, so stocks follow earnings trajectory over time. So if you wanna know where a stock is going, if you wanna know if it's gonna go up and down, you gotta model it out. You know, is it, if for example, if stock ABC has an annualized EPS of $5 in 2021, but it's projected to earn $60 the next year, that stock is going to rip through the roof. So you got to know the fundamentals. Excuse me. You have to know the fundamentals, because over time stock prices will follow earnings. But as we talked about on the stream tonight, one of the things that's very concerning, and if anybody wants to watch the replay, we went in a little bit more in depth, is this market is getting very thin. The market's getting very thin. And what I mean by that is the majority of stocks in the S&P 500 are actually sitting below its 50-day moving average. And that's called the overall breadth of the market. So you have big mega cap tech stocks, that are essentially supporting all the indices right now. But if you look under the hood, as they say, a lot of stocks are actually getting crushed. So that's a word of caution. And as Paul Tudor Jones says, when we had extremely thin breadth in the market, this is when we had something like the 1987. I'm not saying that that's going to happen. I'm just saying, you know, be on the lookout. Is it safe to be walking there alone that late? Yes, it is safe. Yeah, Cosmos says, why are people so scared of Central Park? I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't recommend, I think it's fine, but it's different, I would say, if I wouldn't recommend like a female walking or running alone in Central Park at night. That I wouldn't recommend. Not to sound like sexist or anything, but it's just like common sense. Like, I would never say, so like if I had a daughter, I'd never say, yeah, go running through the woods at night alone. I'd never say that. But in general, I think Central Park is pretty safe in general. So this is a very beautiful view of Billionaires Row from Central Park. Mark A says Central Park looks a lot safer than the parks in the United Kingdom. Mark A says, would it be worth setting the stream to members only to weed out the scammers and spammers? I think I want to keep the stream open to everybody, but I did get approved for memberships. NYC Cherry Group says more crimes occur in Central Park in the daytime. That is very true. I think that just a lot of people that may not be from New York, they may be scared of Central Park because it's just dark. But overall, it's a safe city. It's a safe city. But then again, it's just be smart. It's not like I'm gonna take a nap with my laptop out, Central Park. William Wilson says, very nice view, Tom. Ross NYC says, great view. Absolutely stunning shot of the Billionaires Row. How much time of their billionaire lives do they spend in the elevators? I don't know, probably a lot. The majority of these buildings sit vacant, they sit empty. Hey, Loose72 is here. What's up, Loose72? This is Hey Wall Street Skate Bro. Hey, Fernando's here. What's up, Fernando Super Friends? What's up? Please check him out as well, Super Friends in the City. Have you been to Vanderbilt yet? Yeah, we were at Vanderbilt today, earlier on the stream. Yeah, it could be for tax write-off. I'm not sure if that's picking up on the stream, but can you guys hear the crickets in the background? It sounds amazing, amazing. I mean, now, I wouldn't walk through this tunnel. Now, does that not look like a freaking scary tunnel? My God, I would never walk through there right now. That's the only thing I'll agree with you guys. No way am I walking through that. So here's another shot of Billionaires Row. So many spider webs on me. So we'll walk over the bridge and then we'll head back to the city. Zap Allen, you did scare me. You almost mistook it for caseta bugs. Hey, Choo Choo Lady J. What's up, Choo Choo Lady J? How are you? So now we're overlooking the lake in Central Park, or the reservoir. Yeah, so if the Nightbot is upsetting anybody, it's because I had to make it very strict, because we had spammers before. So we're overlooking the Plaza Hotel. Go stream in the Ramble and the chat will freak out, I know. Yeah, watch out for the Central Park Rangers. True. Elizabeth says Home Alone during Christmas. Macaulay Culkin may be in the tunnel, yeah. Hey Stan, how long have you lived in New York? I'm from New York. I've lived in New York State all my life. Hey, Hassan B's here. Can you elaborate on Billionaires Row? Yeah, so Billionaires Row is this building, 432 Central Park South. The Steinway building right here. 157, which is right here. Central Park Tower, and then 220 Central Park South is right here. 220 Central Park South. And the person who bought the very, very top of 220 Central Park South is actually the owner and founder of Citadel Securities, which is one of the largest market makers and quantitative hedge funds on Wall Street. His name is Ken Griffin. Ken Griffin. Hey, Debt to PC says, give me... Isabella says, very nice and clear. Yeah, let's see if you guys can see the water. Can you guys see all these ducks in the water? Let me know. Hi everybody. What's up, DJ? Ernesto, what's up, Ernesto? Hope you're well. Sally says, nice view. Thank you, Sally. So you know what, let's take a little walk over to the 59th Street Bridge, since we're on 59th Street anyway, and we could see the trolley, but I'm not sure if it runs all night, so we'll have to see. We'll have to check it out. Ibrahim Azam says it's almost 1 a.m. Are you near Strawberry Fields? Not really. We'd have to walk a little bit further into the park. But I don't think I can do that right now because nobody would be able to see anything on the stream. Hey, Daryl says, good evening from Chicago. What's up, Daryl? Sunshine after rain says, Tom is a night owl. Indeed we are. I am a night owl. Hey, Ernesto. Charlie Richardson says, have you seen the movie Richie Rich before? It's an old movie. I have not seen it. British Gray says, can you collaborate with AK and Manny Explosion? Sure, if I could find the time, for sure. Loose 72 says it's almost 11 p.m. Yeah, so here's us right here. We're headed to 59th Street. New York says, be aware of the dark streets. Mark Davis says, I remember when I was there, Tom, always my favorite place, as you know, at night. Ernesto says, I am Practica. Please repeat me. Indeed, the shadow knows. You are tall, Wall Street skate bro, says Loose 72. I'm not that tall. I'm not that tall. Tom, you are all by yourself in the park. Yes, we are. Indeed. Please be careful. Appreciate it. Hey, NYC Cherry Group says the tram runs until 2:30 in the morning. That's awesome. Love horror movies, says DJ. I don't really like horror movies at all. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. I work for Pershing Square Securities in Jersey City. Whoa, MTR, that's awesome, man. Pershing Securities. Are you talking about Pershing Square, like Ackman's hedge fund? Yeah, so Cosmo just posted the link of my Instagram. So if anybody wants to check out my equity research, I've been getting a lot of emails about people, wanting to see some of my equity research. So I do try to post at least one per week. However, I still have to figure out how I could upload Excel spreadsheets to YouTube's community page. But last week we covered Zoom Info. Zoom Info is a particular security I'm quite bullish on. And the CEO is Henry Schuck. Henry Schuck, and it has phenomenal earnings growth, phenomenal revenue growth, very high return on equity, and good pre-tax margins. MTR says they were in Pershing Square, Jersey. The CEO was named Han. Awesome, MTR. That's really cool, man. That's awesome. What did you do there, if you don't mind us? We definitely love some insight on that. That's what this channel is about. We talk about finance, mainly tech investing. Daniel Perez says, I would like to go and take pictures of one of those buildings. Dr. Steve Buffalo says, I think Tom would like Shadow of a Vampire. I'll have to check it out. Daryl says, hey Tom, Walking Commuter was talking about you this morning live stream. All positive. Hey, Daryl, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'll have to check him out. Oh, MCR, you were in computer systems. Awesome, dude. That's really cool. Why did he buy those buildings? I'm not too sure. But Citadel, the owner of Citadel Securities, Ken Griffin, bought the most expensive piece of real estate to one-up Bill Ackman. So Ackman lives on Billionaires Row at 157. He bought an apartment at 157 for $80 million. And then Ken Griffin from Citadel one-upped him and bought the entire triplex. It's an actual triplex on the roof of 220 Central Park South. And it's Ken Griffin's apartment. So Ken Griffin, if you're watching, we'd love to do a virtual live stream of your apartment. That would make a great Wall Street Escape Bros stream, and maybe do an interview with Ken Griffin from Citadel Securities. Probably will never happen, but you never know if he's watching, you never know. Oh yeah, the Apple Store. Oh, what's the book I recommended earlier? So in terms of tech, I would recommend The Trailblazer by Mark Benioff. Mark Benioff is the CEO and founder of Salesforce. Yeah, the one on the fence was Trailblazer by Mark Benioff. So let's go to the Apple Store. I'm gonna show you guys these skylights here. They're really amazing. And you could actually see into the Apple Store from the outside. So my two favorite tech CEOs, number one is Mark Benioff, and the second is Michael Cannon-Brookes. And Michael Cannon-Brookes, everybody would know him from Atlassian. And Atlassian is an Australian software company, and the ticker symbol is TEAM, Atlassian, and we talk about that a lot on the stream. That's actually one of my largest positions in my portfolio, and I've owned it pretty much since IPO. And they specialize, their main product is their Jira software. So this is inside the Apple Store. Hey, you worked for Loeb Roads many years ago. That's awesome. Yeah, we have a lot of finance people on the stream. Ebit Da, I don't think he's on the stream today, but I heard from him yesterday. He works at BAML, Bank of America Merrill Lynch. Diana Lees has been watching for a while from Tennessee. Awesome. Thank you. So this is actually inside the Apple Store. Just kind of cool. Ken Griffin is out of town in Chicago. Yeah, so they have their main headquarters in Chicago as well. You could actually see some of the iPads here. MTR says, I also worked at Nomura Securities. Hey, I have a buddy, Raj Malhotra. Raj Malhotra, he worked at Nomura, and then he went to be a managing director at Bank of America, head of their equity index options, S&P 500 index options. Raj Malhotra. I'm not sure if you know him. So we have a lot of Wall Streeters on the chat tonight. It's pretty cool. It's like looking into a different world down here. It's kind of cool. Yeah, the Apple Store is open. MTR, that's something I'm looking to do. Maybe in a few years, I want to start to raise some money to launch my own hedge fund. Right now, I'm doing some consulting work. One of my good buddies, Jim Ropel, he owns Ropel Capital Management. Really, really great guy. He used to work at Morgan Stanley. He has his hedge fund out of Chicago. Very small hedge fund. He manages about 150 million. So in terms of AUM, it's small, but still, I mean, it's decent size to get on. Penelope says, hey, Tennessee here too. We have a lot of viewers from Tennessee. Hey, Hector says, that's cool. Is the store right below you? Yeah, so we were standing right on top of the store. Jay says, I remember Steve Jobs was here when the store opened. He had a lot of input for the store design. The store is beautiful there. Really, really beautiful. They did a great job. Emily Rosales says, Tom, why is the Apple store open so late? That Apple store is open 24/7, 24 hours a day. The Queen Quay says, what's decent size to get on? 150 million bucks in AUM for a hedge fund. That's like relative to like a retail trading account, that's decent size in terms of AUM, but it's nothing compared to like 0.72 or Bridgewater or anything like that. But you know, if you only have 5 clients, if it's only you and 5 other clients. Hey, Just Me Goddess says, hello, Tom. So this is Mont Blanc, which is a very expensive pens. Charlie Richardson says, what qualifications would someone need to work on Wall Street? Well, now it depends on what you want to do, but if you want to work at like a bulge bracket bank and work in mergers and acquisitions or something like that, they usually recruit out of what are called target schools. So you probably need to go to the best institutions, you need to go to the best colleges and universities, you need to get the best grades. So it's very difficult now to get a job on Wall Street because they actually recruit out of an investment banking class. You'll probably do an internship program, which is like a rotational program. So you'll be a summer analyst at Goldman Sachs, summer analyst, you know, incoming summer analyst, in which case, if they like you, they'll offer or present you with a full-time offer, in which case you become an analyst at the investment bank. And then after 2 years, you can get promoted to associate. But many of my friends who work on Wall Street want to make a jump after their second year to hedge funds or private equity or venture capital. So a lot of people, they call it, there's very good exit opportunities. Very good exit opportunities. So if you're an analyst at Goldman and you hate your life for 2 years, well, you can pretty much work wherever you want. And you could probably go work in private equity or venture capital and make a phenomenal, phenomenal living. Which camera am I using? I'm using an iPhone 11. West Coast Sunset agree that money can't buy happiness. Been there. Agreed. Yeah, I mean, I think I like Wall Street just because I'm very interested in how companies work and I'm very interested in their products. Like for me, you know, I went to work in tech, so I'm interested in the newest, latest and greatest softwares. I'm interested to see how companies can compete with each other. And being in software sales, you know, I see it firsthand. So we're trying to win business from competitors. So I just like the whole economics of launching a company, winning business. I just think it's very interesting, the whole logistical layout of it. You need to have a PhD in physics if you want to work as a quant trader at a hedge fund. They pay a lot of money. Yeah, that's true. That is true. So a lot of the quantitative funds recruit out of like, they recruit out of schools like Waterloo, the University of Waterloo, and Stanford. So one of the quantitative hedge funds that you could go work at is like a 2 Sigma, TWO Sigma. They're located right here in New York, 2 Sigma. And the job that you would get is a quantitative researcher position, a quantitative researcher. So you could work at Citadel, you could work at 2 Sigma, jump trading. Jump trading pays really well. They hire a lot of like ex-Google engineers at jump trading. Russ NYC says I drive a truck and I'm comfortable. That's awesome, dude. Charlie Richardson, what's going on? Rent must be insane in New York for business. It is insane. That's one of the reasons why I'm moving, but I will always be in New York. So speaking of Bloomberg, Bloomberg is right here. Here's Bloomberg, everybody. And here we are, Bloomberg. Hey, Lupe, have a good night. Appreciate you, Lupe. I'm from Down Under, says DJ. Hey, what's up, Fernando? How's everybody? So I think we're gonna end the stream. We're coming up on the end of our time here. I appreciate everybody joining. Big thank you to everybody who joined tonight. I hope you enjoyed the conversation, talking about Point72 and their new crypto venture. We talked about Michael Novogratz, talked about investment banking and software, Mark Benioff. So MTR says good stuff, bro. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate everybody joining the stream. Hope everybody has a wonderful night, and hopefully we'll see you all right back here tomorrow when I get the skateboard fixed. So if you like the stream, feel free to leave a like on the channel and subscribe if you haven't already. Joe Hernandez, I appreciate you. Abe, I appreciate you. Miguel, I appreciate you. Cosmo Scary, as always, thank you. MTR, our new pal, peace. Rush NYC, this is okay, great meeting you, Tom. Good night. Russ, good meeting you too. I really do appreciate everybody taking the time to stop by. Brother on the Run, thank you. 48 says, I love the stream, Tom. Have a great night. You as well. No Self says, Tom, you're awesome. Thank you for another great stream. No Self, you are awesome. Sunshine After Rain is our great moderator. Jeff Hall, Lay the DJ, Sally, Gabriella, Super Friends in the City, Penelope. Mark A says good night from the UK. Cosmo Scary, thank you. Sally, as always. DJ, the New Jersey Devil, Disney cast member. Charlie, I appreciate you, my friend. Charlie Richardson. Am I missing anybody? Alone in Tokyo says thank you for the stream. British Gray, Julie. Hey, Americano McDowell sent $2. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody that's been supporting the channel. Thank you, everybody. Yoshiko, Ali, Michelle Cunningham, thank you. Taga Kale, thank you. Diana Lee, Philippines Walk with RR. I think I got everybody. Tori Day, New York. Fernando, have a great day. Swing Boxes. And Brandy, take it easy, everybody. And most importantly, I will see you all in the next one. And the Queen, as well as Dr. Steve Buffalo, take it easy. And Roy, have a good one, man. Take it easy.